Welcome to Review Time with Imperial. And today review will be American Skin, a Spike Lee presents. Let's get into it. This movie stars Nate Parker. He plays as Lincoln Jefferson. Um, Amari Hardwick is in the movie as a cameo. You got Theo Rossi as an officer, Dominic. Bayou's Nat as Officer Mike. Who else is in here? Shane Paul McGee. He plays as Jordan King, which is like the person who's doing the documentary. That's pretty much the notable people that play in here, main players. And just I want to start this off is that in my time watching movies, I've seen all types of like slave-bound movies, black people oppressed type movies, and I don't care for them at all. And I normally don't watch them. It seems like anytime movies that they want to put out, it always got to be some black people oppressed, some type slave-bound movie and stuff like that. It's sickening to me, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. Like, that's not all to life, and if you're not gonna go there in a movie, don't go there at all. Like, so this movie falls right into that or whatever. And I'm not going to give this a rated star, but I'm just going to go over what happens. And pretty much, if you've seen the trailer for this, you have Lincoln Jefferson and his son Keyshia Jefferson are traveling from Lincoln, picking up his son late at night. They're in quote unquote, which they're categorizing as a upscale neighborhood, and he has a old vehicle, two black males in a car, showed suspicion, and the cops pull him over. The cops said they were speeding, but they didn't. They pull him over, and he has his hands up. He has his son's hands up, and he reaches to get the insurance and registration, and cops said the registration was, the insurance was expired, and so the cop wouldn't let him reach back over to see if it was a regular insurance card. Tell him to step out of the vehicle, and so he steps out. Meanwhile, the son reaches down and he's grabbing his phone, but of course, you already know the other cop pulled a gun out, and it's a whole situation, and one thing leads to another, and you pretty much know what happened from there. So, year later has passed, and Jordan King, who does documentaries, wants to film and interview Lincoln Jefferson about what happened to his son, and he agrees to, and he's sitting there, they're filming everything, talking about everything. Amari Hardwick's character, he served in the military with Lincoln. Lincoln was in the military, and he came home, couldn't find a job like most vets, and he found a job as a janitor at a school, and he used that to get his son into this good school. And Amari Hardwick's character they were war buddies, pretty much. And his name is Omar Scott. And he has cancer. He doesn't want to go through chemo, and cancer is kicking his behind. So you already can see he's about, well, whatever. So the verdict comes, and just like a lot of other verdicts, what happens? The cop was in charge. He gets off. Everybody's upset. The city is upset. And the city decides to destroy everything, set things on fire, and get unruly. Now, they use the mom, tell the mom to come out and tell the people to calm down. She doesn't want violence. So they pretty much say they use that with the moms and stuff like that, because they're saying if the mom is not upset and doesn't want violence, why should you guys? And then what normally follows up from there is that the mom or the family gets some type of payoff, right? So, of course, you don't see the payoff part in this movie, but that's the next step that happens. And now the mom and the dad is no longer together, and they just get into like the character of the son. It shows the son was a bright young kid, and he didn't see the world, and he thought like life should be different. He thought, okay, the law says this, but it's a different law for people of different races have to follow by different laws. It shouldn't be that way, but that's what the dad was trying to explain to him or whatever. Yeah, those laws wasn't made for people of color in mind. So it speaks to when he got pulled over, why he went and reached for his phone, and why he was filming a cop, and which led to the uneasy state. Nevertheless, dad is upset, mom is upset that he didn't get the cop wasn't tried. So the guy is filming them the whole time, and then they're on their way. He said, hey, I gotta go to the courthouse to file some paperwork, and can you drive, because I don't feel too well. He drives to, he said, this is my friend's house. So you could tell that right in the driveway it's a cop car. And he comes out with the police captain. And when he comes over with the police captain, you know it's going to be on. They come into the police station, takes over the police station, takes hostages. So the plot from now on is to get the cops, get the main cop who killed his son, and try him in front of all the people, filming at the same time. They went and got some people that was in the jail, and they just did a trial right then and there at the police station and or whatever. And all the people got to see each side. From the cop sides, it was a breakdown how cops think, how the regular people think, and it was a lot of back and forth. So you get to see both sides and how they feel from the cops' point of view, from the black people's point of view, how Mexican and Latinos feel, how the women feel. So you got everybody's spewing their opinion, and the end result was supposed to be if he got tried and the jury voted him guilty, that Lincoln would handle the situation and consequences. So they were all armed, and by this time the SWAT and everybody surrounded the building. So you're looking at it's a no-win situation. So, of course, the jury, they found him to be guilty. I mean, I don't know how you could not or whatever. And it was filmed the whole way. And so what happened from there, he let everybody go. He didn't kill them. He just wanted to be filmed and then wanted that to be part of the documentary or whatever. By this time, it's all over the news what he did. So he letting everybody go. And so the main cop pretty much was like, hey, I'm sorry, it changed my mind or the way I view things, and I want to walk out with you, not as your enemy, but as, in a sense to try to like, hey, he's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, so of course, by this time, you got SWAT and everything. Everybody gets pointed out, and then when Lincoln comes out, of course, there's a sniper or wherever, and blew his head smooth off. And that's how the movie ended. And of course, they spent the narrative that he had PTSD from the military, and his he could have been connected to terrorists and all that. So it was just, one of the movies that I really cared. I had my doubts watching it, and I really shouldn't have watched it because it's the same old narrative or whatever. And Nate Parker, he plays as Lincoln. I think I failed to mention that he plays as Lincoln Jefferson, and I guess this is their way of trying to do their part to either stir the pot or put it out there, and it's just they probably would want to do something different, but they can't in these movies. But don't, in my opinion, don't put it out at all. Just like the other movie, whatever that movie he did about Nat Turner, that movie he did, they didn't go there. They just touched a little bit, and so it's the same narrative. In my opinion, it's not worth the watch. Save your time. It's not worth the watch. It's just like you're left with the same feeling of 12 Years a Slave and The Butler and all them slave-bound movies that pisses you off, and just it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it to get pissed off. The state we in right now, what's going on in life or whatever, it's just, at this time, save your energy, save your frustration, and it's not worth the watch at all. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Like I said, I'm not gonna give this no rated star at all on this video. Leave a comment. Till next time.